Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Saturday show with me, Stephan. Hope we'll be joined by Reece in just a few minutes. And today we're going to take a look back at all the big moments in football this week. Plus, we're going to be bringing you some of the latest transfer news ahead of deadline day on Monday. And we're going to take a look at this weekend's fixtures as well. So without further ado, I'm going to get the fixtures up. I'll just be a moment. So the fixtures today are as follows. There is no lunchtime kickoffs in the Premier League today. It's 3 o'clock. Oh, well, for 3 games in, we've got one at 5:30 and one at 8 o'clock, so we'll run you through them. Your 3 o'clocks are Brighton and Hove Albion versus Everton, Leeds United versus Arsenal, and Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Bournemouth. Your tea time game at 5:30 is Chelsea versus West Ham United, and your evening kickoff at 8 o'clock is between Liverpool and Newcastle United. In the Scottish Premiership today, it's all 3 o'clocks, and it is Kilmarnock versus Aberdeen, Livingston at home to Motherwell, St Mirren at home to Dundee, and tonight at 8 o'clock actually, it's Dundee United versus Hearts, and that is, of course, live on Sky Sports Football this evening. In the English League Championship, we've got 3 lunchtime kickoffs at 12:30. They are Leicester City versus Charlton Athletic, Sheffield Wednesday versus Wrexham, and Stoke City versus Southampton. Your 3 o'clocks are Blackburn Rovers versus Hull City, Ipswich Town versus Preston North End, Middlesbrough versus Norwich City, Millwall versus Sheffield United, Oxford United versus Birmingham, Portsmouth versus West Bromwich Albion, Queen's Park Rangers versus Coventry, and Watford versus Swansea City. In the Women's Super League, the match between Arsenal and Leicester City has been postponed. And in League Two, one of the standout games I would say for myself is Tranmere Rovers versus Salford City at 3 o'clock. In the National League, we've got Chris's Carlisle United away to Altrincham at 3 o'clock. We've got Solihull Moor versus York City at 3 o'clock, and Boreham Wood versus Boston United at 3 o'clock. They're just some of the standard fixtures. In the Scottish Championship, we should also say that in the National League, Douro City versus Scunthorpe United has been postponed. In the Scottish Championship, with all 3 o'clocks, Ayr United versus Raith Rovers, Dunfermline Athletic versus Airdrie, Greenock Morton versus Ross County, and Queen's Park versus Arbroath. In Scottish League One, we've got all 3 o'clocks again. Alloa Athletic versus Cove Rangers, East Fife versus Montrose, Kelty Hearts versus Hamilton Academical, and Queen of the South versus Inverness Caledonian Thistle, and Stenhousemuir and at home to Peterhead. In Scottish League 2, we've got Annan Athletic versus Clyde, Dumbarton versus Edinburgh City, East Kilbride versus Forfeit Athletic, and Elgin City versus Spartans. Stirling Albion versus Stranraer, and they're all 3 o'clocks. There's quite a lot of English League trophy action, so some National League sides are involved in that today. In the English WSL 2 at 5:15, we've got Bristol City versus Sunderland. And in the Spanish La Liga today, we've got Real Oviedo versus Girona, that's 1 o'clock. Osasuna versus Villarreal is 3:15. Levante versus Atletico Madrid is 5:30. And at 8 o'clock this evening, we've got Elche versus Barcelona. In the German Bundesliga, they're all 2:30 kickoff. Besides one game, it's Augsburg versus St. Pauli, Eintracht Frankfurt versus Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim versus Union Berlin, RB Leipzig versus Mainz, Werder Bremen versus Borussia Mönchengladbach, and at 5:30, we've got Hamburg SV versus Bayern Munich. In the Italian Serie A today, 2 o'clock, we've got Pisa versus Sassuolo, Napoli versus Fiorentina's at 5 o'clock, and at 7:45 this evening, Calgary versus Helens Verona. And that'll be really interesting to see if Kieran Bowie will come off the bench for Helens Verona if he's fit enough. If he's not, I'm sure he'll be involved within the next couple of weeks. And in the Dutch Eredivisie today, 3:30, we've got AZ Alkmaar versus NEC. At 6:45, we've got PEC's Volley versus Telstar. At 8 p.m. this evening, we've got Sparta Rotterdam versus Groningen. And in French League 1, at 4 o'clock, we've got Paris FC versus Marseille. At 6 o'clock, we've got Lorient versus Nantes. And at 8:05, we've got Monaco versus Rennes. So that is your fixtures for Saturday, the 31st of July. Can you believe that? It's the 31st of July already. And waiting patiently in the background, we've got Mr. Weekly Steel Chair himself, Reece. Oops. Welcome in, Reece. How are we doing, my friend? We'll see if we can get Reece once he's sorted out. Small technical issue.
There shouldn't be.
There we go. We've got you now, Reece. We got you now. There you are. And of course, you'll be gearing up for 2 things. Obviously, tonight we've got Royal Rumble for mention. If you're doing your watch along, which you're probably not.
No, I'm not watching it.
Probably won't be any surprises. And of course, on Monday, which we'll come on to a little later on, as you can see going across the bottom of the screen in black and yellow, it is transfer deadline day. So how have you been this week, Reece?
Been fine. Been fine.
And obviously there's been quite a lot happening in the world of football this week. Predominantly towards the end of the week, we had Roberto De Zerbi leaving, or either leaving or being sacked from French side Marseille. So I think we'll start off with that, Reece. So where next for Marseille, Reece? What do you think is going to happen next for Marseille?
They keep him. He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
No.
According to Reece, he's not going anywhere. So hopefully they'll keep hold of De Zerbi. Because from what I read in our chat recently, it honestly looked like he was going to go. I have to admit, it did look like that to me. But obviously, since that was broken into our group chat, obviously things have maybe changed in the background, which is good because Marseille, along with I would say PSG now and Lyon, are one of the three sort of big clubs in French football. I mean, Marseille have got a great sort of affinity in the French leagues and the European leagues. And when I read that, I must say I was a wee bit shocked because I actually thought Roberto De Zerbi had done good. So I'm glad that they're now keeping De Zerbi. I'm glad they're going to keep focused. And hopefully that'll spur them on for the remainder of the season. But there's also been some I would say non-surprising European results this week as well. Since we're starting on a European note, most of the English clubs have made it through the group stage for want of another, either via the playoffs or automatically. We know that there's going to be one Scottish representative in the playoff knockout round phase thing of the Europa League, which is going to be Celtic. Unfortunately, Reece, Martin O'Neill didn't get his special reunion with Robbie Keane because Celtic's playing Stuttgart, who you know, of course, Reece been a massive sort of German football fan slash pundit slash an expert on this channel. We played Stuttgart at home, I think it is, in the first leg. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what do you think to Celtic's chances Reece against Stuttgart? That basically means 1,000,000 to 1 chance, guys, for Celtic to get through. I, I mean, how would you rate Stuttgart on the road, Reece? Did we travel well? Because I'm going to be totally honest, Reece. I don't really know much about Stuttgart. So do you think Stuttgart travel well? Do you think they'll basically give them a game at Celtic Park or Paradise or Parkhead, whatever you want to call it?
Well, it's not paradise, it's a shithole.
I know, but for the Celtic fans out there,
It's because they're delusional.
they got Paradise, don't they?
It's
And
because
it's
it's
great.
because they're all delusional.
Well, okay, but we have to be kind of, well, I'm the unbiased one out of the two of us. Let's just say I'm the more fair sort of pundit between the two of us. Reece is more of the traditionalist, let's just say.
They
And
don't
it
have
is
a chance regardless. They have got no idea what they're going to get hit by. Put it that way.
okay then. So let me phrase this another way. Who is Stuttgart's top player that Celtic fans should watch out for?
Midfielder called Angelo Stiller.
Mm. And I take it he's got either a wand of a left or right foot.
He's a left footer. He's also a deep playmaker. He's actually really good at keeping the ball.
Mm.
He's the same player that I've been raving about for about 3 years.
Now, I know you got Golovs in from Wolfsburg on an initial loan, Reece, but would you like to see the aforementioned chap that you just mentioned in a blue
No,
shirt?
no.
No! You say
No,
no.
no,
No? Why not?
because he's like an 80 million pound player.
Okay.
He's the player
But,
that he's the player I want at Man United.
ah, well, we'll come on to that. Welcome, Chris. Welcome. It's great to hear that you're on the mend, my friend. Our thoughts go out to you from everyone here at the Total Levy and Horne Football Podcast channel. So welcome in, Chris. Welcome in. Great to have you back with us. Yes, Reece is Germany's number one fan. I wholeheartedly agree. I think during the World Cup, guys, Reece is going to have a half and half talk. So half will be Scotland, the other half will be the German top sewn together, bish bash bosh. Am I right, Reece?
No,
No. Ah. See,
I
I
don't.
try and make it funny, guys, and he just shoots it down right away. Thanks for that, Reece. Anyway, what do you think to some of the biggest breaking transfer news that's happened this week? Has anything sort of surprised or jumped out at you, Reece? Because I've been a wee bit surprised by, let's just say, Crystal Palace going for Wolves Strand Larson for £50 million. That was an initial £45 million plus £5, 5 million, sorry, of add-ons. But I believe that deal might not be close to completion yet. I think that's going to go right to the wire, and I think that's one we're going to be focusing in on Monday. What do you think, Reece?
I think it's going to collapse. I think that deal will collapse. In the meantime, Mateta's upgrading, but
Good,
yeah,
good morning, Michael, as well. Good morning, Michael.
mhm. I think the Larson deal will fail to Palace, and then they'll bottle it because they're going to lose Mateta to Milan,
And then,
and for
of course,
half the fee.
it's that domino effect, doesn't it? If you lose one player, well, Palace have actually lost two players. So if they lose Mateta as well as Gahey, I honestly think their season is just going to go
That's over.
boom,
No, it's over. If
straight away. It's
it,
going to go. I
it's just a
mean,
medical now. It's just a medical now for Mateta. It's San Siro. That's it.
I mean,
It's
I get the.
25 million for Mateta. They're spending double that to get Larson.
Mm. Now, as well as being a sort of German football expert, guys, just to let you know, Reece is also a resident Serie A expert as well. And there's been some transfer news coming out of Scotland and wins with Serie A this week as well. Kieran Bowie from Hipsley is going to Hellas Verona for a reported fee up to £7 million with add-ons. And what do you make to that?
It's a good deal for them, but the only thing is though, it's Hellas Verona, so
Mhm.
it's not really the best place to go right now, but it's a start.
Okay, so I know that you used to play football in the amateur leagues, as did your dad as well. He
Here's
was
Horne.
a footballer.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the choice, Reece, and you were actively involved in football and the transfers, and you wanted to go to Italy, where would your ultimate destination be? Where would your heart lie to apply your football trade in Italy? Of course. It had to be, didn't it? Of course. Well, that was a bit of a daft question, guys, going by his top. But you never know. Reece could have surprised me and said maybe somewhere like Fiorentina or
No,
Juventus or Torino or Cremonese or
not a
Pisa.
chance. Not a chance. The
And
only
of
other club,
course,
the
and
only
of
other club
course,
I would say is maybe Roma or Bologna, and then work your way up to Milan as an upgrade.
well, you could do that. You could do that. And of course, Jack Harrison has gone to Fiorentina on loan
Yeah, he won't do
until the
anything. He
until
won't
the
do
end of the
anything now.
season as well. I believe there is an option to buy clause or an obligation to buy clause, one of the two in there as well, for around £6 million, I think, for Leeds. Personally, myself, I don't think that's a good deal. I think,
Mm.
yeah, the player wanted to move. I get that, right? But I think Leeds could have got more money from if they were a wee bit smarter. They could have cashed in and maybe got even just a couple more millions to solidify the coppers. Now, Reece, you're typing away there. You're typing in the comments. I did wonder. Um, I thought you were going to bring up one of your special boards there for a second, but you were actually typing in the comments.
No,
Um,
that needs to be asked of me.
oh,
I don't
so
just I don't
I
just
tell you,
give.
I tell you, for Monday, could you do a special sort of transfer version of your board for
In what
Monday?
manner? In what manner?
I don't know, maybe rating your top five transfers of deadline day or top three or your top transfer of deadline day or if any have surprised you or anything like that.
Well, I will be working, so I don't think I'll see much throughout the day unless I'm on like breaks. I won't really
Yeah.
see much, so I can try, but I can't promise anything.
Well, there we go. We heard it here first. All we can ask is that Mr. Reese can try. Because I know that you're going to be on slightly later, Reese, on Monday. You're going to be on around what was it, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or something like that?
No, I won't be on till about 9 because I'm doing things like working after work. I won't be able to make it, so
So you're on the late shift. You've got the sort of transfer deadline, the graveyard shift. Let's just say, and I'm doing the earlier ones with the guys. So you will catch both of us on Monday at different points throughout the day. Um, yeah. So Monday is going to be absolutely fabulous, guys. Uh, Deadline day is just a Monday for me. Well, Chris, see, I would say that, but I love deadline day. I love everything about it. Hence why we've gone black and yellow today across the bottom. Deadline day for me, Chris, is a bit like Christmas Day, whether the deadline's 10 hours, 11 hours, 15 hours. My TV channel, my phone, and my laptop do not move off of Sky Sports for the whole entire day. Even if I have to go out, Chris, I still keep up with Deadline Day. Yeah, I think if Palace lose Madeira, if it's not this season,
oh,
then next.
They'll lose him before the end of this window. He will end up
Oh
at
no,
Milan.
I know that, but what I meant was, Reece, is they're going to be involved in a relegation battle. If it's
Oh
not going
yeah,
to be this season, which it probably won't be because we think we know who's going down, then it definitely will be next season because I don't think Palace will be strong enough without the likes of Gahey and Mateta. And it wouldn't surprise me if not in this window, but the next window coming up in the summer, that Adam Wharton, or Wharton, however you pronounce his name,
Wharton, here's
is,
a who.
thank you, is going to leave Palace as well, because I don't think he's got anywhere enough game time. I know that Glasner's going to be leaving at the end of the season, well, we all know that, so it's going to be slightly a winning strip for Palace fans next season, and I could see them being in the championship
Mm.
with whoever's going to go down with them next season.
I don't know if Palace will get relegated, but they'll certainly be in that. They'll certainly be in that area, depending on how much they spend. But like they do need to spend. It's like Brighton. Like I say this with Brighton all the time. You can't keep developing. You can't keep signing players for like 2, 3, 4,
No,
5 million, and
no,
then selling them for like 80 to 100+ million every season and think you're
yeah.
competitive. That doesn't make you competitive. Eventually, you have to start spending. Eventually, Brighton did. So I don't. If Palace do the same thing, they've sold Elise, Eze, Gahey. Now they're going to sign Mateta for what? Like that's over 200 million plus. Like it's over 200 million. I mean, what? Gahey's what? Well, he's going to be 30. He's going to be like what, 25, 30 million altogether. You've got Mateta's going to leave for
Yep.
25. He's going to leave for 25 million to Milan, which is a bargain for them. And it's another striker. They've already got Fulkrug, who they're going to sign permanently in the summer anyway. So there's another striker. So now they can play a front three now instead of a front two, which I've been waiting for. Still the longest unbeaten run in the top 5 leagues. 21 matches unbeaten in the league. Elise was sold for what, 80, something like that, like 75, 80 million. And then Eze was sold for what, 60, something like that. So
It's crazy.
So it's about 200 million that they've sold 4 of their best players, and then if they sell Wharton, who I think he's decent, but he's not great, but people seem to overrate him, thinking he's
Yeah.
fantastic. They'll still sell him for big money because of the fact he's English.
But I wonder if Blackburn have a clause, like a selling fee, so I wonder if Blackburn would be able to recoup maybe some of the money that we sold him for to Crystal Palace. Now, bear in mind, I think he sold him for about, oh, correct me if I'm wrong, Reece, but I think it was about 20, 25 million, something like that.
Well, for Blackburn,
Or maybe 18 million, but I'm sure it wasn't a high fee in today's standards. I think it was
it,
quite low.
it was 18 million.
So it was 18 million, right? So if, just say Palace sold them for what, 40, 60 million, something like that, that would be absolutely crazy.
They
That's
won't
like,
sell him for that low just because they'll want a large amount themselves, plus any clause on it. I don't think there's major stuff on it.
no, it might just be like a selling fee, this or a selling clause. As you can probably tell, guys, we've sort of gone down the route of discussing transfers and inept for our deadline day special on Monday. Be sure to join us live on this channel from 11 a.m. with myself, Carl. I think maybe some of the guys from the Championship Reviews going to join us. Maybe some of the guys from the World of Football, and you will have Reece joining us from about 9 p.m. on Monday evening.
From
Doing the
what I
sort
can
of
see, from what I
chip
can see,
white
it looks like
thing.
Wharton's got to Liverpool. I don't know why Man United fans want Wharton. I think they're fucking delusional.
No, I think Man United can get better players than Adam Wharton. Not
He's not even
saying
that
nothing
good.
against Wharton, he's a who, but he
That's my
just
line.
he's he's not Man United caliber. But I read a rumor, and it's just a rumor, guys. But Cole Palmer to Man United. thoughts?
I like him, but no thanks.
See, that's what I love about you, Reece, man. Straight down the line. There's no airs or no graces. You're like, yeah, I really want him as manager. No, I don't want him in the playing squad. That's
I've got
why
nothing
you make
against
an
Palmer, though.
excellent manager, my friend.
I actually got asked this week to become a coach, and I said no. What I was saying there is I like Palmer as a player, but when you look at the club in general,
Yeah,
it depends how long Fernandez is staying because he
yes.
doesn't start ahead of him. And also, I think once Fernandez leaves, I think Cunha will play the number 10 role, not the left wing role, even though he's actually really good out there.
I would agree. I think Cunha is a rather versatile player. He can even play on the wing on the number 10.
He's good on the wing, but I think he's better for the middle. And I'm being
Yeah,
honest, I don't start Palmer over Mateus Cunha. I don't.
good point.
I would rather
Yeah.
we go and spend. I would rather a midfield overhaul, defence improved, and then get another winger, and then play a three-man midfield. I don't want an attacking midfielder in the team unless they've got the license to play 10. I'd rather they play a holding midfielder and two midfielders in front.
Hmm. Now, Reece, with that being said, if there's a big if. Bruno did leave the club. Who would you like to see in place of Big Bruno?
Vitinha, Jao Neves, Angel Gomez, Elliot Anderson, complete midfield overhaul.
What about Ruben Neves
Yep.
from Al Hilal? Now,
Yeah.
bear in mind,
Sign them all.
he scored from a corner the other day.
Yeah, I watched it.
Scored direct from a corner. So I would actually love to see Ruben Neves back in the Premier League, whether it's Man U are one of the sort of top four clubs. I think he could come back and make an impact. But I was watching a certain news channel the other day, Reece, and I read across the bottom of the screen that Bournemouth's new signing Rayan has an £86 million release clause. Now,
Yeah.
bear in mind, we're not talking about Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Man United here. We're talking about Bournemouth.
That's a good
Bournemouth.
thing, though. That's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
They'll manage that well,
I
but
I mean, I've never seen Bournemouth put such a high release clause in a player's contract. That says to me how much they're rating this player to
he's good.
replace the void that Semenyo's left behind with the
Oh, he's
club.
really good. Rayan's really good.
And
But yeah, I would
apart,
also bring Stiller to my midfield because I rave about him. So I would have a full
no,
midfield overhaul.
Silla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I would bin, in terms of that Man United midfield, I would only keep Kobe Manu. If
Okay.
Fernandez was to leave, I'd get rid of everyone, keep Manu, and I'd overhaul the whole midfield.
Right. Right. Let's put it in these contexts then. So, for hindsight, Fernandez is left. You've got Kobe Manu in your midfield.
Yep.
Who else are you going to bring in to the Reece Russell midfield of Manchester United? One by one.
Well, if Man United listened to me, we'd actually have a midfield. I would sign Vitinha and Neves from PSG, with no doubt about it. I would sign Ruben Neves. I would sign Stiller from Stuttgart, and I'd sign Elliot Anderson. Angel Gomez, I wouldn't mind bringing back from Marseille, and that's about it. I don't care how much money that is. I'd be like, a proper midfield overhaul wins you the league.
I would say I wouldn't put money terms on it, Reece, but I would say that would be close to roughly. You're probably looking at
£350 million plus.
okay. You've just put your figure on the head, your nail in the coffin. Wow, and I actually agree. If we had those players in the Man U midfield, we'd be unstoppable.
And I'd have
Now,
Luis Enrique as my manager. Done.
I know you want Luis Enrique. The end of the season is just round the corner, Reece.
Mm-hmm.
I would like him too, but you never know. You just never know.
It's Enrique, Nagelsmann, or no one. Plain and simple. I don't care who else gets the job. If Ancelotti
Or,
gets it, then I'll be swayed.
or if Reece had a vintage choice, he would go for the smoking puffin as they stubbing out Marcello Lippi on the sideline at Old Trafford, wouldn't you, pal?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not being funny, guys, but I used to love watching Man United, not Man United, Juventus when he was manager, just for his antics with his cigarettes alone on the sideline, sitting in the dugout. Oh, we're going to win this game, so I'm just going to light up a cigarette and relax.
He's
There's no
also
problems.
he was also a brilliant, adaptable technician as well, man manager.
Yeah,
Really
he
good.
was.
Brilliant
He
player.
was.
Brilliant manager. And never got his. There's a lot of managers from that period I would ask to come out of retirement. From
Okay,
that
like
period I
you.
would. From that period alone, the
Yeah.
90s, Saki, Capello, Lippi, Otmar Hitzfeld, Jupp Heynckes, Sir Alex Ferguson. That's it. In no particular order, it's just them.
Coming to a certain club, Reece?
Well, Sir Alex Ferguson never come out of retirement anyway, but those are the ones I would want to see come out of it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we all know Sir Alex loves his retirement. And on the subject of Man United, guys, that's 2 wins with reverse psychology from me and Reece. Saying we're going to be beaten by the big teams in the last 2 weeks. We beaten Man City. We beat Arsenal.
Mm.
Can we beat Fulham this weekend?
Should do.
If so, a lot of people now researching give Carrick a chance. What do you think?
Those people need to be sectioned.
Sorry for laughing, guys.
No, I do not want to repeat the cycle of our next player getting the job. Just a manager that can win, please. And I'm sick of all these people going, no, I don't want anyone like Simeone. Well, I don't want anyone like you in our fan base.
No, I know. You called it the 1958, as did I. You've called it various groups before. I know you would like to see either Enrique, Nagelsmann, or Simeone if he ever became available to another club.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially get the Man United job. My hopes are it's going to be Enrique, just like you. Or I didn't take Nagelsmann. But if we couldn't get him and we got offered Thomas Tuchel and he was available, would you take Tuchel?
I'll give you exactly what you want to hear in a second.
And Chris says he can't have Arsenal winning the league. Well, Chris, you, me, and Reece can have Arsenal winning the league. We have stuttered in their last couple of games. We've not won a game in what, 2 or 3 games now, so we are having their customary slump as we do, and it always seems to be towards the back end of the season. And with Man City and Aston Villa both sitting rather pretty on 46 points at the moment, and Man United slowly creeping back up into that sort of territory. Arsenal and Arsenal fans, in my opinion, sorry guys, I'm just laughing at the comments coming through Reece because he's put this in a banging order. Do you want to explain Reece and we'll go back to Arsenal?
They're literally the managers that I would give the job to.
In that order.
Well,
That's
Lippy would
the
ahead.
order.
Well, Lippy and Blanc would be ahead of. Sorry, Lippy and Hitswell would be ahead of Blanc, but I just put him in there straight away because he's the only former player I give the job to.
Yeah.
But the rest, pretty much, like they're my like the managers I've always firmly believed in. I don't see Conte ever getting the job. That's why I didn't bother naming Conte, even though I do like him.
Okay.
Inzaghi's in Saudi, but he would be tempted if he got a big job offer. I didn't name Allegri because I want him to stay at Milan. But the
Ah,
rest have always been the same. They've always been the same. Simeone will always be in my top five. Everybody knows that. And number one, number two has been the same since 2019, so there's no point changing it.
okay, so the managers you've just put in the chat, right?
And Simeone's been on
Oh,
my list for about well, he's been on my list for about actually no, to be fair, Enrique and Nagelsmann is about 2017, 2018.
yeah.
Simeone was about 2018, 2019 when he kept winning trophies again, changing his style. So Simeone's just I've always admired Simeone.
Yep. So out of that what race you picked, right? Who would you have as Man United manager slash head coach? And who would you have as the assistant slash backroom staff? And
Well,
a dreamy scenario, who would you have? If you could dream.
if we're going based on who I've listed, I would
Yep.
I
Mhm.
would still stand by one of my top two, Enrique or Nagelsmann. I would probably give it to Enrique if he left PSG. Um, I think if
So,
Nagelsmann did leave Germany, I would swoop in 100%. If Enrique chose to stay at PSG, I would change the whole structure completely.
so it would either be Enrique or Nagelsmann for head coach slash manager.
Oh, it would be it
The
would be
backroom staff.
I let
Oh,
Luis
I
Enrique
thought
gets
I
his full
stumped
staff.
you there.
Enrique gets his full staff,
Mm-hmm.
but I would bring back maybe one or two people that knows the club. Like I would keep Carrick involved,
Uh-huh.
but not the assistant. I would keep him involved as like a coach, and I would bring
Yeah.
back Rennie Mullenstein,
Oh, yeah, of course.
and that's it. And I would change the structure above. I would get rid of a director of football. I would get rid of the technical directors, sporting directors, all that shit. It would just be manager and whoever he reports to in charge. They get negotiation teams and they deal with it.
Yeah.
The way it should be done for me is how Madrid, even though Madrid are chaotic, it's the Madrid
Oh,
way.
yeah.
It's
Mhm.
one president, one manager, and then all their staff involved. That's it.
So, Reece, you maybe want to field this one. What's the latest on Nagelsmann and his Germany contract after the World Cup from Chris?
So he does have a contract up until Euro 2028, but he does, I believe, have a get out clause if he wants to leave after the World Cup. It's basically something that he's negotiated in. So he does have an option to leave if he wants to.
There
But
we
I,
go. Yeah. We heard
but
it here
I
first.
but I don't think he will. I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay to the Euros because he's actually doing well with Germany. He's got more authority than like Bayern Munich are ran well, but Bayern were just so confusing. They're another club I would have in terms of structure wise. That's actually a good thing. One president, and then you've got like your chief executive, then you've got like director of football. But at least their structure makes sense.
Yeah. Mm.
But then if you're doing that, I would do Enrique Campos from PSG. He's the one that runs PSG. Then you've got your president. I would prefer it like that. I think Man United under a president would be a good thing. But Because I remember the best days of Milan with Galliani as CEO and general manager, and
Excuse me.
Berlusconi was the president, the owner of the club, and then you had the manager. It was three people in charge.
I mean, it strikes me, I don't know why English clubs haven't gone down that route like ever.
I
We've
think they
always
just don't
got
want to.
chairman, like non-executive chairman, board of directors. Same in Scotland, that though, to be
There's too
fair.
many cook. There's too many cooks in the kitchen for a football club.
Yeah,
It should just
exactly.
be. It should just be the owner. The owner's the president. They hire one person to run the day-to-day duties of the club, and then they have a manager who oversees the football and the playing staff and all that, and that's how it should be.
Plus, obviously your scout team for your
Yeah,
transfer market and your coaches. But yeah, I fully agree. I'm baffled as to why, like the top four English clubs don't try the European way of working. I'm baffled as to why a certain two teams in our league don't try something like that.
I think
So
they will.
I think it would work well. Okay, even say three teams in our league, right? That's including the current league leaders, thanks to Tony Bloom and his little investment from his Brighton days and his Union St. Gladys, or however you pronounce that, one of the most difficult
Union
names in football.
Union Saint Joaz.
Thanks, Reece. See, that's the beauty of being tongue-tied at birth, guys. You can't say some words very, very well. But yeah, so the top three in Scotland could try it, the top four in England, and I think it would work really, really well. Maybe in one league over the other, but why not try it? Why not give it a go and see if it works?
I think it's just the way football clubs are run in those countries. They treat it like football is more than just a. It's more than just a sport. Football to them is
It's a
it's like how I
business,
view
yeah.
it. For me, football is not just a sport. Football is religion. So
Well,
forget your Christianity, forget your Islam, forget your Buddhism, which is another great religion. For me, football is my religion.
I think, to be fair, Reece, to be
Well, one of my religions.
apart from wrestling.
The steel chair is my unreal religion. But no, I'm like in seriousness, like I think the way a football club is run, it should be one owner
Yeah.
who should be appointed the club president, and then you've got like a general manager or a chief exec who does all the major operations for the chair, like for the owner and the president. They report to him, and then you've got if they want to bring in a sporting director, fine, but only one, and then you've got one manager, and that's it. That's your structure.
Mm. I would love to see certain clubs in England and dare I say it, certain clubs in Scotland as well. Give that a try just to see how it works. I mean, we all know
Too
that.
many. There's too many cooks in the kitchen,
Yeah,
and it doesn't work.
there's.
Speaking of cooks in the kitchen,
Mm?
actually, Milan's debt under Redbird and Elliot is officially gone because they've forced two of the directors out of the board, so they've actually been forced to sell their shares, which is now cleared debt. But it's also meant there'll be no new hirings to the board. Those two members are gone. There won't be any
Well,
new inclusions, which is a good thing.
you can't say that's a bad thing because it's not. That is a cracking thing, especially for a club like AC Milan. Because we all know that financially they've been in the sort of financial sort of dark hole for a little while, but it's nice to hear that their debt has been cleared.
Which is how they've been able to get Mattel. They would have waited till the summer.
I mean, yeah, Michael, I get your point on that one, saying that ownerships have changed. Some clubs like Man City, Newcastle, and PSG, but Newcastle and I think PSG are the state-funded ones. Man City, as far as I know, isn't state-funded.
It's just one huge sheik with a lot of money.
I mean, I wish that Man U had a sheik or a royal, like Saudi Arabian or Qatari
Just a
king
comp, just a
to,
competent owner.
to
Just a competent
rival
owner.
or
That's all it is.
whoever, just somebody with competency and enough money to rival our noisy neighbours, as they're now known. I would love to see Mr. and Mr. Glazier out of the club, but I don't think, unfortunately, we're going to get a wish anytime soon.
I just want a competent owner who'll come in and just let the club be the club, and they'll provide financial resources where necessary. Like if they like, an owner should invest the money in, like they should invest their own money into like the club's infrastructure, the stadium, the training
Mhm.
facilities, improve all that, make it exactly what it is. Man United can, and then clear the debt. Man United can sign players using the revenue they make. The amount of money Man United generate
Of
on
course,
revenue year on year is enough to do transfer windows. The owner just pays everything else, which is how it should be. It's just a self, and then just make the club run itself, self-sustaining and managed properly, and get the club off the fucking stock exchange.
and the thing is, Man United were once a global powerhouse in English and European football, let's be honest, in the late 80s, all through the 90s, the early 2000s, the eras under Sir Alex Ferguson, let's be honest, Man United were a global powerhouse. We were one of the richest clubs in Europe on the Deloitte standings. And in those kind of terms, we've had a fall from grace under the Glaziers. Yes, we're still a big, massive club in English football, but globally, we're nowhere near as massive as we once were, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, reason barking up a tree here, but I think if we had a competent owner that could bring that sort of feeling of hunger and wanting to be the best club in Europe, the world, and in their own domestic league back to Manchester United, I think us as fans would be very, very happy with the result and spend the money on the playing squad too.
Yeah, I'm just responding to Chris because he put a good point in there.
Yeah, he has actually. It's a great point. Manchester United could easily do what we did in the summer, spend 450 million.
I
Yeah,
still stand by that. When it comes to United as well, when you look at how much money we do spend on players, but we only bring in like four or five. They
I
do that
know.
on. I've said it before. They do that on purpose. They could easily sign six or seven players to upgrade a whole squad if they want to. They just don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. They like to mask it.
And as we all know, being Man U fans, not a lot will happen for Man United on Monday, guys. That'll happen in the summer if anything's going to happen.
Yeah,
As of
like end of the fiscal year, June 30th last year, Man United drew a revenue of 666.5 million. They can spend 300 to 400 million every summer, improving the squad and still bringing in academy players,
yes,
bringing in the best young players across the world, improving
yeah.
those facilities, and not need to worry about PSR under a competent owner if the club is actually restored from debt. That's a fact.
What is Man U's current debt at this moment in time?
Current debt.
Recently,
Yeah, sure.
so we can give this
1.29 billion.
Sorry?
1.29 billion. Basically double the revenue.
Sorry. You just said Man United's current debt is 1.29 billion.
Yeah. Even though they're making profits, they're in
I was going to
debt for
say,
that.
how is that sustainable?
Yeah. The weird thing about United, this is what doesn't make sense, is we make close to £700 million a year, but we're over 1.2 billion in debt. It's 1.29 billion. And
Thank
that's
you, Glazers, for running the club into the ground.
let me check what that is in. That is 1.765752 billion US dollars in exchange for currency exchange. 1.29 is 1.765 billion.
Do you know, I'm flabbergasted at that. I had no idea it was that high.
Oh, it's just as bad. I'll show you a contrast. Hold on.
Wow.
I'll show you a landslide. Barcelona, for example, who everyone used to ridicule about their debt.
Yeah.
Barcelona are 469 million in debt.
Yeah, I mean, you can get sometimes a million part. You can get a football club being in debt, but to the tune of 1.69 billion is like,
No, they've done
holy,
well. No, they've done well. Like they've reduced their debt by 90 million over the course of a year.
who Barca?
hmm The year before
Well,
it was $559 million debt.
well done to Barca, but our debt just seems to, that's staggering.
It's because they've got so many other things to pay back they can't afford. AC Milan, for example, have refinanced their debt and it's completely restored. It was 700 million.
Well,
That's restored.
Well, that's a good thing, but how can you restore 1.69 billion? You physically can't. There is no way.
Someone's got to pay it off.
Yeah, that's
That's
why
just the
we
way it
need
is.
a rich Saudi king, sheikh, Qatari, whoever to come in and wipe the debt clear.
hmm
This is the thing. As long as the Glaziers are in charge at Man United, folks, I'm sorry to say it, but that debt won't go down. Even with all the revenue we bring in from match days, media events, academy, whatever, that revenue debt won't go down. It'll just go up. That is crazy.
Yep. Although at least Redbird have sorted the Milan debt a little bit, but they still need to go. I do not like these guys. They're proper shady American owners.
I was
Even
going
though
to
they're signing
say,
players, they're
so,
shady.
so AC Milan has American owners, they're not even owned by anybody in Italy now.
No, not anymore. They haven't been owned by an Italian since 2015.
Oh, I knew they had different ownership. I just didn't know where it was from, but it just shows.
It was China, then America.
The Americans are really liking a slice of the global football pie here.
Yeah, they make it worse.
Well, that's evident with the rotten Glazers, folks. That's
hmm
all I can say on them. They need to go because that has just dumbfounded me a little bit. So 1.6. I can't. There, there's no word. How is it sustainable when they're taking all the debt on their heads? I suppose, but
They're res-
literally that's crazy.
they're responsible for it, but they don't care.
Yeah, we're just leaving. Uh, we're just leaving Man United to rot, basically.
hmm
Oh my God, that's just. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll move away from Man United, and we'll come up to Scotland for a little bit, Reece, because there's been transfer activity at your club. Joe Rothwell could be on his way out the door.
Yeah, which is
Uh,
what I said last week that I expect him to go. Yeah.
to apparently now, from what I was watching on the fair old site of YouTube, apparently they're for Derby County and Sheffield United, the stumbling block is the wages, which,
Mm-hmm.
because he's on 25,000 a week at Rangers, that paves the way for the, let's say, the mighty Welsh Dragons of Wrexham to come in and swoop the deal. How do you feel about that one, Reece?
He can go if he wants. I don't know why Rangers signed him in the first place.
Was it not initially his cover for an injury? I think it was. I
No, it
think
was
it was.
just no, it's just because Russell Martin doesn't know what football is.
Well, we all know that. We all know what Russell Martin's like. Yeah.
That was it. Like, it's just he thought he would be the perfect midfielder for him, and we all know for a fact it's not true. So it's good that he's gone.
I mean, let's be honest. He's 31 now. He's coming to that sort of time in his career where, obviously, he needs to play a slightly slower brand of football.
He's already been replaced anyway, like which is a good thing. So
Yeah, by Scott Olsen
no,
from
no,
Wolves.
Scott Wilson's a winger. No, it's the midfielder they signed recently as well. That but I can't pronounce his bloody name.
Oh yeah, he was in the photo. Yeah, there was a few of
Yeah,
them. Yeah, I know who you're on about, but I can't pronounce his name either.
yeah. If
Uh,
we can get his flaming name, which is always a complication in life. But yeah, Chukwani. Yeah, he's already replaced them. So the Rangers aren't
but
done yet. They're looking at more signings, which is good.
oh, well, thank God. I mean, thank God somebody's looking at signing because oh, Hibs have got two players through the door now, which is an
Yep,
improvement on last week's score of 0. We've got
yeah,
Owen, what's his name, from Diego Rovers, a young 19-year-old striker on a 4.5 year deal.
yep.
And we've got Kai Andrews on loan from Championship leaders Coventry City. So hopefully we'll get to see them in action, perhaps tomorrow against your team, Reece. What do you think the chances are for my Hibernian tomorrow? Be honest. Give me your honesty. I can take it, man. I can take it. Be honest.
Just look at the form Rangers have been in since
I
Roma
know.
took the job.
I
I think
know.
Rangers are in good form. I think Hibs
Yep.
have a decent chance, but they have to stop Rangers from scoring. Um, I don't. I think Rangers will still win again tomorrow. But it also depends on Rangers deals. I mean, I'm looking at recent Rangers news, which is interesting. Like Emmanuel Fernandez is wanted by Dortmund and Leverkusen.
That would be a good deal for whoever swoops in.
Yeah, and then Rangers are looking at Cameron Archer from Southampton as another striker. They're looking at Ryan Naderi. He's another striker from Germany. They're looking at
Oh,
Danilo potentially could be going to Greece.
Greece.
Yep, Chermiti's wanted by Fenerbahce. Jan Valery, Sheffield Wednesday right back. He's apparently wanted by Rangers. And then obviously this
Yes,
whole
well, you could be in a wee battle with Exxon there for Jan Valery's services, I'm
yep.
afraid to tell you.
There's rumors
Um,
about there's rumors about Tavernier to Panathinaikos, Joe Perot.
no,
There's rumors of him
no,
to
no,
Rangers.
no,
I
no,
don't get
no.
it.
I can close the Panathinaikos rumours down right now. James Tavernier, folks, will not be going to Panathinaikos. So don't worry, because he's been with the club, what, 12 years?
He'll leave at some point. I'm looking at other really.
I just don't think it'll be Stephan Reece, so I think it'll be back to an English club. I think
There's
he
a
might want to play with his brother, maybe to see how his career. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. There's a
What
lot
do
of
you think, Chris?
there's a lot of weird rumors here about like Yen Hertel Dahl to Rangers. That'd be a good signing. I don't know why Rangers are considering Windass again. There's
What
rumors about
does Windass?
aye.
No,
I don't want him back. He had his time.
I mean,
There's rumors about Penrice to Rangers we spoke about. There's rumors of Kurt Zuma, he'll kick some cats. Aribo, rumors back to Rangers. There's rumors about
sorry. Just backtrack. Kurt Zuma will what?
kick some cats. There's rumors about Jedi Kasama wanted by Villarreal and Club Bruges. There's
I
rumors
mean,
of Damir Redzic to Rangers, again another winger. It looks like these are all just rumors, but the Cameron Archer one
the Cameron Archer one, I
would be a
think,
bad one.
could be a possibility.
They've got
I
the money to
think
do it as well. They've got the money to do
the
it. But Danny Rowe's been phenomenal since he's got the job.
Yeah, I was just reading Chris's comment here. I can't believe Rangers are in contention either, Chris,
Hmm.
because considering when Danny row your boat down the Glasgow Stream took over, Rangers were 8th in the table, looking at Virgin and on a playoff place within the Scottish Premier League. At the time, then Danny Rose come in, he's worked his magic. And look where they are now. They are 6 points behind league leaders Hearts. Although if Hearts win this evening at 8 o'clock, that'll be 9, but non-Rangers tomorrow will get some form of dodgy decision, whether it's a handball, whether it's a foul, whether it's something like that. You'll get the customary, let's be honest, Reece, you'll get your customary last minute penalty and you'll score the goal and you'll win the game. Simple.
To be
That's
fair,
how it's going to work.
the decisions against Rangers have been coming down. But here's the thing: for all these penalties that Rangers get, here's the thing: just stop fouling Rangers players. It's not. I mean, people love to blame Rangers, but it's other defenders that are fouling them. It's their
Um,
it's their fault. Like,
People love to blame
yeah,
Tavernier's.
Rangers are 4 points behind. Yeah, they're 4 points behind.
Sorry, yeah, that's right. 4 points behind, not 6. So if Hearts win this evening, it'll go to 7. I don't know why I thought it was 9,
But
but
yeah,
it was. It could have been a few weeks ago. But I must say, Hearts have got it right this season with their transfer policy, with their scouting,
mm-hmm.
and it's not just me saying that. My care manager, who's a Hibs fan as well, like me, we're both die-hard Hibs fans, even he said that too. Hearts have got their transfer policy right this season. And
Yeah,
if you get 2 things right, or 3 things right, if you get the right manager to bring the best out of your players, if you play well, if you get the right transfers in, that is a recipe for success. That is a recipe for winning the league. And I think Rangers and Celtic will run them close, but do I think Rangers and Celtic can overtake Hearts?
Rangers will.
Hmm.
Celtic, I don't
I'm,
know.
I'm going to sit on the fence on this one, Reece, and just see how it plays out. And I'll give you my prediction come May, June when we're doing it, when we're doing our post sort of season
Well, Rangers are like
review
they have won
prediction.
6. Rangers have won 6 games on the bounce. They've lost the same amount of games as Hearts this season, 2 defeats,
I
but they've
know.
but they've drew 2 games more, so 8 draws, 13 wins, 2 defeats. They've
yeah.
only scored 7 goals less than Hearts, 37 to Hearts 44, but Rangers actually have the joint best defence in the league with Motherwell. 17 goals conceded, but Rangers are the best form team
I
since Rowe
know.
took charge.
And
It's about 42 points since he's taken charge.
it's baffling. If you had Danny Rowe before you hired you know who,
Yeah,
right? You would be walking the league right now. You would
maybe.
be coasting it. No one would be able to touch you. Don't say maybe these, because you know I'm right here.
No,
He's taken
I'm saying maybe
42
just because.
points since he took over.
Yeah, I'm just saying maybe.
42.
I'm just saying maybe because look at the shit show he had to walk into to change, and he had to change things up. The
I
recruitment's only
know.
just got better, so but they are spending under him. Like he's had to prove himself before he could get money. And now Rangers have spent over 10 million on him, and they're looking to get Archer on loan, like
Yeah.
then maybe buying the summer or Perot, and that's big.
Yeah. With the
That's 10
option
to
to buy,
50 million
yeah.
pound strikers. Like
Mm,
Rangers need to spend on big strikers because Celtic do and
yeah.
Rangers don't. But if I hope Danilo leaves because he's crap. But
Really? I quite like him as a striker.
well,
In
you
the
have him then.
youth,
You have him then. He'll only score for you.
uh, hey, mate, I would take anybody up front right now, trust me. I
Exactly. But
would.
Danilo doesn't score. But like you look at what Rangers have done. Like, Chermiti's shown himself. He's finally finding form. Rangers are playing a 4-3-3. They've went away from the 4-2-3-1. They look more controlled. Obviously, they didn't do well against Porto, but the player who assisted for Gassama's goal, funnily enough,
Yeah.
Finlay Curtis has went to Kilmarnock on loan, as has Joe Hugo.
Mm.
So
Well,
decent for Kilmarnock as well.
I wonder why. I mean, I know he's not getting as much game time at Rangers as he was under, come on, Finlay Curtis. But why would you go to a side in the same league that's battling
Experience.
I mean, I know he's going to get game time and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's looking really likely that it's going to be between Livingston and Kilmarnock for the
It's just
automatic
it's just
relegation spot.
experience, really. It's just experience that he needs, and I think
I
that's
hope,
what it is.
I hope he comes back to Rangers. I hope they bring him back and he can prove himself on the Ibrox lights,
Well,
like he has done
well,
before.
he, well, he did play about 70 minutes against Hibs in December,
Yeah, he
and he
did.
was good. He was good in that game. That's the most he's played in a single game for Rangers.
Yes. I agree. And Chris says, I wonder if Hart will feel the pressure in the crunch moments of the title race.
They will.
It's my worry for them. We've done well so far. Well, we had a pressure for was it last week and the week before when they faced Celtic at Tynecastle on the Sunday afternoon. Uh, Celtic went 2-1 up in the game, just to give you a quick overview.
Hmm.
But then there was a really sort of contentious uh, sort of VAR moment. And who was on VAR that day, Reese?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
It was mine and yours old friend, Mr. John Beaton.
Hmm.
Now, Mr. Beaton got on the VAR screen and he sent Trusty off. So Celtic went down to 10 men. And then I think in the 88th minute of the game, Braga popped up and scored the equaliser for Hearts. So we have had a crunch moment in their eyes. We came through it and they move on to the next game, which is.
I guess Trusty
Uh,
isn't trustworthy.
and no, he's not because Celtic lost the appeal
Rightly
on
so.
the red
Rightly so.
card. What was that series?
Rightly so.
Yes, due to some FIFA ruling of Section 12 in the old FIFA handbook there, that's what we lost it on.
It's about
Uh,
time Celtic have a decision go against them and it stands. It's about time.
but, I wasn't really surprised that it didn't get rescinded because it looked from the first angle that he actually did bring him down. From the second angle, not so much, but we're always going to go on the first angle.
It was more of a clear decision than the African Cup of Nations final, put it that way.
Oh God, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, and apparently the on that the Senegal manager was found guilty of
Yeah,
taking
he's
his
been
foot off,
banned now. Yeah, he's
taking
been
his foot
banned.
off the pitch. He's been banned for 5 games. I think a couple of players have been banned for 2 games, and the Moroccan boy was banned for 2 games, but with 1 game suspended. So it's all a bit weird. And Celtic are really shocking defensively. Yes, I agree
Yeah.
with you, Chris. I do agree. And they're in the market as well for players, but so far we've not had a single one come through the door. I think the closest one they're going to have is the Bodo Glimt player. And for the life of me, don't ask me to pronounce his name because it's one of the funny Scandinavian names that I can't really pronounce. Come through the door. Whether that's on Monday or in the summer, we'll just have to wait and see. It's like Hibs, Chris. We've not had to do the transfer window either, in my opinion. We've signed what, 2 or 3 players this far. Uh, like I say, we've signed the boy from Seattle Rovers, the striker, and yes, we won't get into that, Chris, but the answer is yes. We definitely wasted
It was annoying that
33 days with that man.
it's annoying because Celtic sacked the best manager in the league.
Yeah, well,
Danny Rowe, the man of the league, but Nonsi was the best in the league, and they sacked him for it.
I wondered how long it was going to be before he was brought up with Celtic's transfer policy in mind. I did wonder.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But that is the type of football I expect Rangers to play. They can keep a hold of the ball, but when they press teams and they attack teams at speed, like a proper like they play a German style of football, they're going to be
yeah, they
really
do
hard to stop.
actually.
They're going to be hard. And if Danny Rowe keeps us going, there's no way that Danny Rowe, now with proper financial backing, doesn't win multiple trophies a season at Rangers or potentially keeps continuing to win a trophy year on year.
I think next season, when we start up again in August, the first or second week of August, when it starts back up, I think Rangers are going to be the team to watch without a
Yeah.
shadow of a doubt. Yes, all right, Hearts may win it, and I stress may
I don't think they
win
will.
it this
But
season,
I'd like to see them if Rangers don't win it. I hope Hearts do.
unless they have a final day collapse like we did in 1986 up at Danes Park. But for the Hearts fans that watch this channel, we won't go there because we do know it's a so subject for you guys. But if you win it this season, guys, I don't think you will be able to successfully defend it next season. But hey ho, it's football. Stranger things have happened. You just don't know. But with the roll momentum and Rangers being on a roll, oh God, the puns are coming out again. There's Luke Buttered, obviously.
I feel
I
more. I feel more happy with Danny Rowe than perhaps I did under Philip Clement.
well,
In terms of pedigree of managers, I actually
well,
feel more enjoyed by Dan Rowe. I just prefer German managers anyway, German Italian managers, but I
well,
like him.
I know,
Like,
I know you do, Reese, but I tell you what, because I do the championship review on a Sunday with Mike Onani, incidentally, guys, that is coming up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Hopefully, Carl will be joining us. If not, I'll be doing it like this with Michael and Annie. But I tell you what, Reece, since he went to Norwich, I think Clement's finally found a club that suits him, if that makes sense.
I forgot he
Other,
was it.
other than his time at Rangers, of course, because even though a lot of people would say it probably wasn't as successful as it could have been, he was still getting results for you guys, let's be honest.
I forgot he went to Norwich. If I'm being honest, I completely forgot.
Yeah.
That's just how bad things were with him as manager. He could have been so much better, but then he changed things up. I know who I wanted. I wanted Muscat still. I had a Danny Roll, and I was very hesitant about Danny Roll, but he's proven himself. He's turned it around, and he deserves the money he's been spent on him. And I hope he wins a trophy for it. He really does deserve one.
I agree, and I think even though he was the first choice for many Rangers fans to become manager, I think he's proven himself. He's taken 42 points since he arrived at the club. He's really getting a tune out the players, which is worrying for the likes of me, but not for you.
Plays as a team, doesn't rely on a single player, defensively organised, but attacks it really well. Like it's a proper team. Like it's not that level, but it reminds me of Dortmund under Klopp.
Commod's level is Norwich Championship. I would agree, Chris.
Well, he's managed Bruges, he's managed Monaco, he's managed Rangers, and he only succeeded at Bruges. He failed at the rest. No, it was Genk. Sorry, I think it was. No, it was Bruges. It was Bruges. Yeah.
Norwich are the mess, but I think Clement's going to guide them to championship safety. I mean, that was the objective when he went to Norwich, Chris, was to keep Norwich in the championship, and I think he's going to do that with some room to spare. I'm not just saying that because they won last week at the Stock Riders, but I think he's going to keep him in the championship. I think he's found his level at Norwich.
Yeah.
He seems to be happy and comfortable at Norwich. They seem to be happy with his efforts. So it looks like a win-win for all parties concerned. In the case of RM and Russell Martin, he can go and manage civil service strollers in the Sunday League. That would be more his level. Don't you agree, Reece?
Yeah.
See, nobody likes Russell Martin, and I know why, because his football management style, folks, not the
Sucks.
best at all. I mean, I used to coach youth football right up until under 16s, and I could do a better job of running a football club than Russell Martin. Reece could do a better job. My granny, God rest her soul, could do a better job than Russell Martin.
I mean, it's not hard.
No, it isn't. But Chris, I do like your comment. That's like me saying I know Scottish football because I eat haggis. Or Irish football if you wear green. Very good, Chris. Very, very good. Very good. But yeah, guys, don't forget about our transfer deadline day special on Monday. I'm buzzing for it. I know Reece is buzzing for the graveyard shift, aren't you, Reece? From 9 p.m. at night.
It'll be alright, aye.
I think I'll be on for most of the day. I'm going to be on from like 11 till sort of 4:30. Then I need to vacate the seat for a couple of hours, but I will be back.
I don't get why it's the 2nd of February. It should be the 1st. It should be transfer deadline day should be tomorrow. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It used to always be the 31st or the 1st, right? But I think because it first is a Sunday, they put the second.
Yeah. It's just end it on a Sunday and let us all suffer the next day.
And the transfer window is only 10 hours this time, so we've got 5 hours or less to complete the deals. But as we all know, guys, even though when the transfer window closes, that's not the end of it because you have a thing called the deal sheet. And this can be submitted from any club within the football sort of pyramid. If the players sign it, if both clubs sign it, then they get a extra 2 hours to complete the transfer. But I just wonder, I don't think there'll be much movement from Manchester United. There will certainly be movement up in Scotland, but it won't be covered as much on the telly as we'll be covering it. There will certainly be movement in the lower leagues. There might be movement at Liverpool, Chris. You just never know. Liverpool will be focusing more on outgoings and incomings. That's probably correct, with it being January, because quite a lot of the top four clubs, in my opinion, like to do their big business in the summer, unless your name's Manchester City, your hand's been forced a little bit. Is there any transfers in Germany and Italy we should be keeping an eye on, Reece, as well?
Uh, to be honest, it's for me right now. It's just the Mateta deal. I'm just waiting for that. But Juventus are a strange one right now. I'd keep an eye on Roma as well.
Ooh,
From what I can see as well, Patrick Dorg has been named Man United Player of the Month as well,
well, I
which he does
guess,
deserve. Annoyingly, he's been injured, but he does deserve it.
yeah, and his goal last weekend was amazing. And no, it didn't touch his hands. So before anybody comes to us and says, "Oh, it touched your hands," no, it didn't touch your hands,
Mm.
not at all.
Yeah,
His hands were down by his side. In fact, he had them sort of tied together behind his back, so that didn't touch his hand.
yeah.
But I think what we'll do, we've been going for nearly an hour and a half now. We have talked more about the transfer side today in preparation to Monday. There is no early team news to bring you within the English Premier League. There is 3 games kicking off in the Championship. In fact, they've kicked off. It's Wrexham, Sheffield Wednesday, or Sheffield Wednesday versus Wrexham. I'll just get it up actually. I'll just refresh our memories. Is there anything you want to say or mention, Reese, before we go for the day, before we're back on Monday?
Mm. The European window closes. I'm sure it closes the same day.
I'm sure it does, close the same day. So, in the English Championship right now, it is Leicester City versus Charlton. That is 0-0,
Yeah,
27 minutes in.
yeah. Everyone
Sheffield,
closes the same day, but they close at a later time, I believe.
oh, okay.
Yeah, same day, later times.
Sheffield Wednesday, Wrexham is 0-0. That's 28 minutes in, and you've guessed it.
And Wednesday will win it.
Stoke Southampton is 29 minutes in, and it's 1-0 to Southampton. So, they're winning 1-0 at Stoke already. Right, Reese, now's your chance. Is there anything you want to promote before we go?
If you expect me to talk about the Saudi Rumble, you can kiss my ass. I don't intend to. I'm going to be doing a different type of watch along instead when that shit show's on. So, Weekly
Oh,
Steel Chair, 7 o'clock, and I'm not talking the Saudi Rumble.
are you talking maybe New Japan?
No, classic Rumble watch-alongs instead. We're going to do like old Rumble matches, and I may have put some groundwork on my subscribers last night. I've told them if they, I don't intend on looking. I don't intend on watching. I won't know the results until well
until you
Monday.
until
I
you
refuse.
put
I
it in.
refuse. I'm not going to look at anything until Monday regarding the Rumble because it's Saudi. So I've already told my subscribers because they're moderators. If they spoil anything and I fact check them, they're getting their moderator status taken off them.
Ooh. Well, I hope your watch on goes well. If you're
Exactly,
talking,
clues in the name. Exactly. I already told my subscribers last night if I see anybody spoil it, even though I'm not watching it, like they ruin it for me, like the in terms of me abusing the results, then I'm taking their moderator status away.
yeah, it's what is it, 1 p.m. Eastern, so
7 p.m. UK time.
7 p.m. UK time, yeah. Um, so my favourite classic Rumble match probably had to be, there was two, the year 2000 and the year 2001.
I like to forget 2000 for getting it bloody wrong. But if people think I'm joking, I'm not. Like this is exactly what I've done.
Oh, I'll bring that to stage for you, Reese.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my gosh.
I've done that for all my prediction shows. It's the same rules for all of them. I had to make new spreadsheets last night, so new spreadsheets for the year, and that's on every single one. I'm
Wow.
taking, and that's my rules for the predictions that we do for every
So
event. If anyone does
predict,
that, they will have it taken off them.
predictions cha- champions in can only be champion if they
They
participate
continuously, they have to
in the
continuously appear.
shows.
Yeah,
Wow. See, that's something I don't know how to work Microsoft Excel at all. So crikey me.
I,
You've got Royal Rumble, you've got Chamber, you've got
well, we're doing all of them, so like I've
Mania,
just like I've got to
Backlash, SummerSlam,
that's
Money
just
in
the
the
current
Bank.
that's just the current listed events. But like, I'm not when it comes to like how I'm doing things. There's the same one for AEW. New rules. I've got a key for everything. It's all listed how it goes. It's all the names of people who take part. Anyone else who wants to take part can get added in. But I've got one for every single one.
I did pop in on Wednesday night, Reese, when I was in my bed for your watch
That's
along.
so. This is the next New Japan one in 2 weeks. Same rules apply. No change.
Wow.
Prediction spreadsheet number 4. It's the TNA one.
Jeez.
Same rules apply.
Well, I have to admit, I did watch Thursday Night Impact on AMC. I know what
On
you mean about. I know what you mean about the ad breaks, huh?
Yep. And if people think I'm not kidding when it comes to Saudi, just watch this when it loads.
What? What the?
I ain't kidding.
Men Royal Rumble match. Not participating.
Yeah, I refuse to take part. Everyone else
So,
I said can do it if they wanted to, but I refuse to take part.
so that's everyone's predictions in the purple as to who's going to win, right?
It's locked in predictions. Yeah,
Ooh, LA Knight. Don't know about LA Knight. Roman Reigns. Yeah, too predictable.
there's a few there,
Bro,
but like I say, it's all based on the key. But I've told them like, if don't expect me to take part.
Bron
And
Breakker. I could see with Morgan. Yeah, I could see with Morgan. I wouldn't say Drew McIntyre, but he's champion already, so
they
he's
will.
not doing a he's not
Yep,
doing a Brock Lesnar. Remember
but
that when
yes,
Brock Lesnar just entered it to feed his ego after becoming
Yep.
becoming
But
champion.
yeah, like. I stand by what I think about Saudi. I don't care, and nothing can change my mind.
To be fair, I probably won't be watching it tonight either because the darts are on, so I'm going to watch him instead. So
I
far.
just refuse to watch anything Saudi. I won't do it.
But in saying that, do we have collection tonight as well, even though the Rumble's on?
Yes.
Well, good. I'll be watching that instead then on TNT or Max. I haven't decided yet, but yes. Well, thank you for joining me today, Reese.
No problem.
Have a great rest of your day, my friends. Have a great Sunday. Don't
Yep.
celebrate too hard if you beat us tomorrow, which I think is well.
We just will.
And I'll see you on Monday at some point. On Monday
Absolutely.
night.
Thanks, folks. See you later.
See you later. Bye.